mental institutions from where they came. That's all they want to do. They're patriots, and they have to be abused by guys like Don Lemon, who's a loser, lightweight. I saw him the way he walked in that church. It was terrible. I have such respect for that pastor. He was so calm. He was so nice. He was just accosted. What they did in that church was horrible yesterday.
Where are your people? Why are you not at Whipple every day fighting for the humanity, standing for our people?
No, the freedom of the press extends to a lot of different areas. It does not extend to somebody just trespassing and being embedded with a group of rioters and being part of the group that storms inside of a church. So as our Assistant Attorney General said yesterday, we are absolutely investigating that conduct, and the fact that man, that Mr. Lemon, thought that was a good idea to do that and then to race away from it saying it was freedom of the press. Well, we'll see. We'll see.
I don't think anything's going to happen to Don Lemon, in my opinion.
Well, if there's a law, can we look up, is there a law against doing that?
Yeah, there is.
It is.
What is the law called?
It's like...
But I want to know what's the difference if someone goes into a wedding and objects to wedding.
Well, a wedding is different because
it's
not a house of worship.
Okay, yeah, that's true. That's true.
But it's called the FACE Act, the Freedom of Access to Clinic Entrances Act. The federal law prohibits use of force, threats, intimidation, or physical instruction to interfere with religious exercise at a place of worship.
Yeah,
also,
so they violated the FACE Act for sure.
And the Ku Klux Klan Act, the Reconstruction Era Civil Rights Act that criminalizes conspiracies to deprive people of constitutional rights through intimidation or violence. Officials suggested it could be applied to denying worshipers' rights to freely practice religion.
Yeah, the white,
give him the book.
The white guy that had the F Trump beanie, him for sure.
Yeah,
but if you were a part of it, they sat there and they planned it.
Yeah, they
Operation Pull Up, they should be charged.
And the black lady that planned it, that's what she has to say.
Levy Armstrong helped organize the protest at the Minneapolis church this weekend. Nikema also, by the way, ordained reverend, okay? So miss her with the what you've been sending me today. These protesters hate Jesus. She's a reverend, all right? Just putting it out there. Former Homeland Security Chief of Washington, D.C., Donnell Harvin, and Trump's former acting director of ICE, Jonathan, to go into a place of worship as far as you understand about the video that we're seeing.
Absolutely. We went into...
And that is legal. Why? That's the context.
We were invited into the church. The pastor himself is on video calling it a public gathering, a public church service. So we were invited in, and contrary to your opening statement saying BLM protesters busted in, that's absolutely inaccurate. As a matter of fact, most of the people who were a part of the protest were everyday, ordinary citizens who are frustrated with the brutality that we have dealt with at the hands of ICE. And over the weekend, we found out that one of the pastors at the church, David Easterwood, also serves as the director of the field office for ICE in St. Paul at the Whipple Federal Building. Now, as an ordained reverend and as an itinerant preacher, I was shocked. I'm someone who believes very firmly in the gospel of Jesus Christ. And the foundation of that gospel is to love thy neighbor as you love thyself. When you contrast that to the behavior of ICE agents who have done anything but love their neighbor, as a matter of fact, they have killed their neighbor. When Renee Good was killed by ICE agent Jonathan Ross on January 7th of 2026, we realized that there is a dichotomy at work that is unsustainable. How can you be both a pastor as well as someone who unleashes ICE agents upon our community who are inflicting harm day after day after day?
First thing she said, we were invited. Then she backs it up by saying, we were invited because the pastor posted on social media that it's open to everyone. It's an open church service. So that does not mean that he reached out to you guys and told you to come in and berate the church service. That means whoever wants to come to church can come. You were not invited to come and do that. That is false. And then to be a reverend, not just someone who claims to be a Christian like Don Lemon, but a reverend. You, of all people, I can't throw stones, but you cannot, of all people, go into another church service because you disagree with the career path that someone in the church has chosen and stop their worshiping and claim to be a reverend. I don't know anybody who would do this. There are plenty of people at my church who don't agree with me politically, but they would never stop me from worshiping. That
How
is
could you,
insanity.
Brock? How could you? You call yourself a Christian, Brock. How could you?
Like, bro, this is so wrong on so many levels. But the fact that she, the ringleader of it, is a reverend, to me, that is extreme. But it does say in the Bible, though the preachers and the reverends are gonna be held to a higher standard. So vengeance will be the Lord's.
I just cannot believe this. I really can't.
If you enjoy my videos, don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you want to create clips like these fast, try Opus Clips. It's smart, simple, and built for creators.